Hi, I'm Dr. Jill Crista, and this is the series Got Mold? I'm sharing with you today the steps to take if you find water damage in your home. The reason for creating this step sheet is that I found mold in my home and I got so worried and scattered that I didn't do this in a very organized fashion. So I've created a little handout for you to have on your phone or tablet. It's downloadable. Just send me your email address and we'll send this to you so that you have it in your resources for if this ever happens to you. All right, step one, if you find water damage in your home, call your insurance company. Step two is call an air quality inspector. Let the insurance company know you're going to do this and demand it, that you can use someone that's going to actually make sure that if there is mold found after this water damage, that it's handled well. Often the insurance company's first step is to send you an inspector, and they will want to get the bad material out of the house to mitigate their losses, which is fine as long as it's just wet material, but not fine if it's moldy, because then it will bring mold spores into your entire home environment. So demand mold testing, and your air quality inspector will be the person to rely on for that. Step three, get on the remediator's schedule. If the air quality person does suspect that there's mold, they will test it. So step four is get testing done. But make sure you get on the schedule of the remediators. They're very busy people. You can always cancel later. Step five, have the remediators remove any water damaged material using all of their safety. They use containment, they use negative air so that any airflow that happens during the remediation doesn't poof spores into your house and infect the rest of your space. They will double bag everything to make sure that as it's leaving your house, it's not infecting it as well, and then HEPA-vac the area before opening that area back up. The next step is to obviously keep your insurance informed, and the way I recommend doing this is taking pictures. We have smartphones now. Take pictures of everything, take pictures of more than you think you need to take pictures of, and document everything, who you talked to, dates, and the steps that you took. And the next tip with the remediation is make sure that your remediators are erring on the side of removing more material than not. And also to make sure that material is removed, not just treated. I've had multiple times working with patients with mold illness where the remediators didn't take as much material as they probably should have. They just treated it with an antibacterial or antimicrobial, and the mold ended up growing back once the conditions returned of high humidity. So make sure that they remove material and that they remove rather than treat and take more than they think they need to. The next step is to get post-remediation testing done by your air quality inspector. The remediation company will do their own post-testing. That's for their quality controls, and that's fine, but you need to make sure that the post-remediation testing is being done by an independent person so there's no conflict of interest, and that you're sure that they got everything that they could. There are times where a remediation company does a beautiful job and there's still, their post-testing is bad, and that's because there was that water, as water does, it can find a different way to go to the lowest point in the house, or maybe traveled down the back of a wall to get to the basement. The problem was in the basement, but maybe that middle floor needs remediation as well. Not to overwhelm you, but that's just some of the things that happen. And then the last step is, of course, rebuild, but make sure that you're only rebuilding once you're sure that all the sick material has been removed from the house. When you're on a limited budget, put your money into taking out sick material and live with studs. That's more important than trying to do a poor or halfway job on the remediation and relying on treating it with sprays and chemicals, and then being very focused on rebuilding and getting your life back to normal. And I completely understand that, but you're better off living in a safe environment that's down to the studs than to live in a beautiful environment that still has illness behind the walls. That's what I have today. Again, send me your email address and we'll be sure to send you these steps. Thank you.